My name is Patricia with a Y, and this is video 8 in my personal 30-day video challenge in honor of Family Violence Awareness Month. And it is the final one in my catch-up videos. If you have been watching the last 3, you may have noticed I'm in the same outfit. Yes, I am catching up, and this one is the last one to catch up. This is, as I said, in honor of Family Violence Awareness Month, and also, in anticipation of the launch of a brand new podcast called Triumphant Tales, which is going to be information-packed and full of hope and healing for survivors of family violence. And in this video, I'll be speaking a little bit more about another facet of why awareness is still so important, why it continues to be so important even in 2015, and why it's such an important part of the cause that we continue to speak out against family violence and put efforts towards the prevention of family violence. I mean, you might think that, doesn't everyone know that hitting the ones you love is wrong by now? And the sad fact of the matter is, the headlines make it obvious that we have not all gotten that message. And yes, it should be frustratingly obvious, but it's not. Abusers have a way of making it feel like they are right. They have a way of having the victim, making the victim convinced that they are deserving of this abuse, and that even when they hear the message that hitting is wrong, it's in theory. I mean, they think in their minds, and I used to think this myself, that I was an exception, that I was convinced. And I know that those out there that are still suffering are convinced that they are the exception, that they deserve to be hit somehow, that you're somehow flawed or broken and you need or deserve this type of treatment somehow. That's what your abuser likes to convince you of, to keep you trapped, to have you believe that this is your lot in life. And so part of Family Violence Awareness Month is trying to reach each of these victims of violence, these people who are still in this situation, to help them see that yes, this message of peace is for you too, for them too. No matter what their circumstances, your circumstances are now, or have ever been, to let those that are victims or, barely survivors out there know that there is a better way. And it's essential to reach victims, because this problem can't be solved without the victim's active involvement and assistance. You can't help somebody that doesn't want to be helped, and you can't help them if they think they deserve it. And they can't do it alone. It's impossible to escape from a toxic relationship without support. And so that is the secondary part of raising awareness during this month, and throughout the year. We have to build up the support systems available to the people that are victims, and from the people who are in a position to help victims and survivors, because this is not something that anybody can get through on their own. And it's hard to feel compassion if you don't understand the dynamics, the underlying issues and causes that go behind family violence, that help to create the environment where it's possible. And if you've never been through it, if you've grown up with healthy support, then it's hard to comprehend how anybody can fall victim to this, how easy it can be to get trapped in these situations, because it is not confined to race, religion, social, economic boundaries. There are no boundaries in family violence. Unhealthy relationships can happen in any situation. And if you don't understand that, you're more likely to do harm than good, even with the best of intentions. So I'll talk about some of the myths, or actually not really the myths, but some of the things that supporters might say that about and to family violence victims that have the potential to harm survivors instead of helping them. I'll be talking about that in my next video. My name is Patrysha with a Y, and I hope that you'll subscribe. I hope that you're enjoying the video so far and that you will subscribe to the future ones and share this challenge as I continue on my mission to end violence through education, empowerment, and entrepreneurship. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Like I said, I'll be sharing some things that you might be saying that might be doing more harm than good to the people that you love that might be going through toxic relationships.